Way. What do we have? First rates in 70 points, 85 points lower on the Nifty. The Sensex is down about 300 points, and Nifty Bank down about 0.18. So just starting slow and sideways. The small cap index is up about 1/3%, and the mid cap index should come up on your screen is down about 0.16 as well. So no great shakes. It's a quiet, grinding kind of start, at least on the indices. Let's see what's the picture like as far as the Nifty 50 heat map is concerned, how many up and down, and then we look at individual single stocks and how they are all starting. What do we have? HDFC Life on one end, Kotak Mahindra, Kotak Bank, Hindalco, Bajaj Auto, very few names in the red. So bulk of the Nifty stocks are higher, and the Nifty itself is down 25 points. Trent and Reliance, I think the fact that RIL is down as a heavyweight, perhaps adding to a bit of pressure at this point, but it's not much. I mean, it's just about 20 points, less than 20 points now. So coming up very, very fast, very, very quickly. But this is the first minute and a half we're talking about as far as market opening goes. Rima.
Well, let's just delve a little bit more in the Trent's price rate. Trent is now down 8% at opening, taking its one-year loss to 42%. The street does not like the moderation in growth. In Q3, top line went up 17%. In 9 months, FY26, the top line growth is about 18%, lower than the 20-25% that the company was signaling in terms of a long-term, medium-term kind of an earnings growth, and much lower than the 39% top line growth that they clocked in the period of FY20 to FY25 when the company was a growth beast. So the street is punishing Trent, still down 7.5%. The other problem is Reliance Industries. Reliance Industries is down 2.5%, and HDFC Bank has lost close to about, 4% now, 4% plus in the past 2 days. Yesterday also it was down more than 2%, and it's seeing follow-through selling pressure. Tata Motors passenger vehicles December update in terms of sales didn't look good, and that stock is under pressure. Adani Ports has had a flat opening. They too came out with their update for the month of December. Well, the key takeaway is that container, which is the growth engine, is doing very well. That's up 8%. But the overall cargo growth is at 9% because bulk rail is seeing a bit of a sluggish growth. On the way up, it's the two banking names, particularly Axis Bank and ICICI Bank. Let's get the early rates up. Now it's settling. Kotak Mahindra Bank is up over 1%. Axis Bank has a gain of about 0.6%, but they're being supportive. Commodities are having a good start to the trading session. Hindalco is one of the top gainers today. It's hit a fresh 52-week high, 950 almost on Hindalco. Tata Steel opens up in the green. We should pull up SAIL as well, where the quarterly update looked pretty healthy. And HDFC Life, Apollo Hospital count as some of the other big movers. And ICICI Bank too. In fact, the entire private sector complex minus HDFC Bank is having a good start.
Well, that's right. Exactly a month ago, we here at CNBC TV had put out this piece on aluminium stocks. And from there, some of the stocks that Rima mentioned, Vedanta, Hindalco as well as Nalco, they're up between 18 to around 24%. So that's the kind of move that we've seen on aluminium. And the reason we covered aluminium was because, there are more number of stocks with exposure to aluminium. For copper, the sole player on copper is Hindustan Copper, and that one in fact is up close to around 2.5%. A few more stocks on the broader markets that are calling for attention. KSH International stock is moving up on massive volumes. They came out with their Q2 numbers yesterday actually. That's the Q2 FY26. Revenues are up by close to around 50%. EBITDA is up, I think, by close to around 74%. And the EBITDA per ton has gone up by 40%. So KSH, that's one stock that's buzzing in trade. Another one is the stock that Sudarshan mentioned. Jefferies, they have initiated buy on MV Photovoltaic with a target price of 320 rupees. The street is taking note of that. That stock is well in focus today, reacting to the Jefferies note, MV Photovoltaic. So let's get that one up for you on the screen. Kandar Oil, well, that's a stock that was up, I think, 16-17% yesterday. It's building on the gains today as well. Stock is up another 6% as we speak. So big up move is what we're seeing out there. Cupid, well, that stock has bounced back now after a couple of days of drubbing. It's up close to 7%, one of the top volume movers in today's trading session. I'll tell you what, on the Nifty, if we have to see a recovery, two of the large weighted stocks will have to give their underperformance. We have Reliance Industries that's down close to around 3%. That's weighing on the index, and HDFC Bank for the second day running. So the Nifty, if it has to recover, then we'll have to see both these two cut off their losses because put them together, that's more than 20% of the index that's down 2.5% to around 3%.
Even Dabur is down, 2.5%. It's reported they're expecting a mid-single-digit kind of a top-line growth in Q3. Rural demand is outperforming. Street doesn't like it because you're still not seeing a full-fledged, full-blown FMCG recovery despite all those GST revisions. So I thought they were okay, but the Street is hitting Dabur right now.
Well, I think, across it's basically slightly sideways, right? 60 points down, and we're now starting to settle in. So the cheer we are seeing around global markets in Asia, etc., and most global markets have had a pretty strong start to 26, which is a repeat of what we've had in 25. And here in India, we're kind of sort of repeating what we've done in 2025, which is not very much. So sideways, 26,200 with a 50-point dot cut. Market breadth is 1,100 up and about 1,300 lower. That's the NSE tally at this stage. I think the outsized pressure is coming from Reliance, which is down 3% this morning. So RIL header is, I think, largely the reason why we are seeing this pressure, which is come through. It's a stock which has basically started the year with high hopes. Almost, I think, did we get to all-time high in Reliance? So the high was about 1609. We made a new all-time high. We made a new all-time high yesterday. 1611, 1612 was a new all-time high in Reliance, and now we're turning down a little bit. So about 3.33% down on this one. Trent, of course, we've highlighted. Vari is another one. Swiggy is down 3%. CSB, but CSB, etc., had such a vertical rally, right? From 400 rupees to about almost 600 in 10 trading sessions. So that is understandable, a bit of a pullback. Premier Engines and more. Godfrey Phillips is down about 1.5%. Saman Capital is down 1.5%. KPI Green, Petronet Sonal was highlighting 1.5% lower. Devyani, where there's been news slow, 1.75% down as well. More down than up, certainly.
Even Merck Electronics, Nimesh was highlighting it in dealing room chatter, where there is a possibility of a management rejig. Yesterday, stock was locked in an upper circuit of about 10%, and today as well, lots of buying, stock up nearly 5-6%.
Yeah.
Merck Electronics, there you have it.